Hi guys, welcome back to Owlchemist Tarot, serving tarot straight up. So my name is Leah. If you're new, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And I wanted to do a weekly reading for the week of January to the 9th. So pretty much the first full week of January. And by the way, Happy New Year. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple cards, overall energy, what's going on, actions, advice, possible obstacles, and then money, love, career, and what we need to kind of focus on communication wise. Okay. So one thing I want to talk about, and I'm just going to pull cards here. Sorry guys, I'm still working on my camera setup, so unfortunately I have to pull cards up and then show you the cards. So one thing I want to talk about, a couple things. Number one, 2021, I feel energy-wise, and I said this in the January Zodiac reading, so if you haven't watched those, go and check out your sign, that we're going to probably feel lingering energy from 2020 probably until springtime. Okay, so mid-spring into summer especially, I feel like we're going to have a lot more freedom. There's going to be lighter energy that we're working with, so just keep that in mind. So let's just go enter slow and steady, right, into 2021. And then also 2021 numerology-wise is a 5 year. So that means change. Things are adjusting and changing, and we have to kind of be flexible and work with that. And sometimes we can be the conduit of change, and sometimes change is happening whether we want to or not. So we have to kind of go with the flow and realize that there's certain things we can control and certain things we can't, okay? So first card out of the gate that we got is the Fool card, which is amazing. I love getting this card. It's like the reset button. And even though technically life hasn't reset to normal, quote unquote, but this is all about having a brand new beginning, even mentally. And I'm not a big person about resolutions by any means, but this is all about having a fresh perspective. We went through a hellacious year in 2020, a lot of purging, a lot of change, a lot of abrupt energy. And now it's like, you know what? We have to make the best out of it. We have to go into life with open arms, eyes wide open, and just see where we land. This is having faith. This is about taking a leap of faith. Now, for some of you, this is really a new mindset, a new beginning. Some of you, this can be, I'm going to start every single day walking and hitting 10,000 steps. Every single day, I'm going to take time to meditate. Every single day, I'm going to write down my intentions. Every single day, I'm going to take, 20, 30 minutes and just sit in quiet. Every single day, whatever. I'm going to start to put a post out on my blog. Whatever the case is, you're kind of resetting what you want to do and kind of setting the tone for 2021. I also want to point out that the energy that we start to experience and we create in January is it does level set the tone for the rest of the year. So keep that in mind. What you do now can really take off. And I want to say that if things are starting to click into place and the energy is really good, I do feel that you're going to probably experience that quite a bit throughout the year. So actions, advice this week. We got Two of Cups. Now, a couple of things I want to talk about in the reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. So if it comes into, anything related to like money, there could be some unevenness or funds are not balanced or investments are kind of not in a good position right now. Two of Cups always to me in reverse talks about kind of be careful who you get into partnerships with, into bed with. And I do mean figuratively. I don't mean literally. This is all about, well, literally, I guess too, but this is all about be careful who you align yourself and attach yourself to and kind of, partner with. This is the time to really watch people and to make sure that are the people in your life, especially if it's work related, business related, if it's a partnership, if it's a, if you're co-owning something with someone, that you guys are going in the same path, you're going in the same direction, you have the same goals. Relationship wise, this can certainly mean that, things are at odds. 2020 definitely was a hard year for a lot of people in partnerships. It was really make or break, and it was kind of black or white for a lot of people. So even for some of you, if you're in a relationship and there's just like that energy where it's like, there's a lot of questions that need to be discussed or we need to have that I don't know if this partnership is really the right one for me. And it's hard because some of you have been in those relationships for a long time. Single, if you guys are with somebody or even dating, I just don't feel like this is the one. This could be just, you're doing something to do it or, kill time. But again, partnerships over around, I would just take a really strong look about who is in your inner circle and do they deserve to have real estate in your life still? Obstacles that we might face this week. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you is that we got the Eight of Swords. Now, this is not the time. So I feel like I'm getting dragged particularly in this card and energy, and it's not about me, but so for a lot of us, we've had some time off of work, right? So it's kind of like I've certainly been kind of in la la land where there's been some things that I'm just like, Leah, snap out of it. You got to start to like focus what's in front of you. So this is taking the blindfold off and not creating this false reality of what's going on. Like there are things in our present moment that we need to focus on and need our attention. So this is all about not assuming what something is, or, this is not making presumptions, or, it's not about accusing anyone or anything. This is about really taking the blindfold off, getting out of your own way. And a lot of times we are our own obstacle, and we are making it harder to manifest things in our life because we are the problem. And a lot of times it's our mentality. So this is about changing our thought and making sure that we're really seeing that, look, I'm not perfect. Maybe things are not where I want them to be right now, but that doesn't mean that there's not potential. So literally take the blindfold off, see things for what they are. Don't assume. This is the time to really uncover things. This is the time to ask questions. So if there's something, especially like at work, that, there's a project or something gets thrown your way and you don't really understand it, you're kind of thrown into it, stop and ask questions. Raise your hand and be like, yeah, I don't get what that means, or this is also to triple check, deadlines and dates, and kind of making sure that, you're saying exactly what you mean. You're not assuming that people are going to get what you think or what you're trying to say. Be very clear, especially when it comes to writing, okay? Let's get into what's going on with money this week. So nice. You guys got Four of Wands. Really, really wonderful card. This means that, funds can be really looking good on the home front, that you have, maybe a little nest egg that you have going on, that, you haven't really overspent the holiday season. Some of you might be actually getting a merit increase or a little bonus. But Four of Wands is really good because like everything is kind of just feels good financially. You feel stable, secure, things are just kind of like in place, which is always nice. To me, I don't know about anyone else, but when my finances are kind of like in control and a good place, like I just feel like everything else is very manageable. I don't know if that makes sense, but money looks good this week. Money could be coming in as well. Also, if you're with someone, partnership wise, you guys could be, one person can be getting a little increase or raise. So let's go into love. Interesting that we got Two of Wands. So Two of Wands in the love area. This, for many of you, if you guys, you're going to have to be making a decision this week. And it's interesting because this card is kind of like almost right underneath the Two of Cups in reverse. Like I said, for some of you, if you're with someone, in a partnership, you are really trying to figure out where this relationship is actually going. Is there potential? Are you guys on the same path? Do you want the same things? Do you want to get married? Do you want to have kids? Do you not want to get married and just be partners, lifetime partners? Do you want to share a bank account? Whatever the case is, like you're really starting to look at, is this person my person? For some of you have been married for a long time or with someone for a long time, it's become very clear that you have a really hard decision to make. And Two of Wands, it's not always an easy thing to make a choice. Because if you feel it's very divided, it's like a fork in the road. And there is going to be, if you stay on the same path that you're on, there's going to be repercussions and there's going to be things that you're going to have to just accept and move on and move forward with. Or if you take a completely different approach and go hard left, your life is going to change, and there's definitely going to be things that you are going to have to face. So a lot of tough decisions in relationships, I think, this week. For guys, if you're single and you're not really out in the dating game, I think for a lot of you, you're kind of figuring out, what do I want out of a relationship? Really, and for a lot of you, I feel like you're actually putting action behind this, like writing it down. Like, what do I really want in a partner? Maybe you're kind of trying to mold your person, right? Like, what do I want characteristic wise? What the hell do I want? What is going to make me happy? Who is that person, and how are they going to energetically going to level me up? How are we going to grow as a couple? A lot of thought this week around partnerships and love and what makes the most sense for you. Let's move into career. God, I love this card. Career. Oh man, Three of Cups. A lot of celebration. There's a lot of happiness on the front for career wise. Some of you are getting recognized and celebrated at work. And or for a really good job or the hard work you've put into something. This also can be that this has been a really large project or a large thing that you've been working on, but it's involved more than one person, not just you. So this is like a group effort, a team effort, or a group of people are coming together to actually help you out and get things going or push the project across the finish line. So Three of Cups is really exciting energy, and it's nice because it's like you have more people to back you and you have the support you need that you to get whatever you need to get done. So let's say if you own your own business, you're, instead of trying to hit your head against the wall and learning how to do graphic design and like website coding and all that, you're just like, you know what? I'm going to find a group of people that I really work well with and I'm going to hire them and get it over with. But it's like, it feels like a team unit. It feels like a group effort and it's like a big accomplishment. For those of you who work for someone, you guys are coming together as a unit or as a team to get something knocked out, and you guys just work really seamlessly together. Communication sector, Wheel of Fortune. So this is always a great card, and I feel like the Wheel of Fortune, when it comes to communication, things are starting to, there's more open communication this week, and I do feel like it's more on the positive note, which is always wonderful. I think that the conversations and communications that you're having with people, whether it's, family, friends, loved ones, coworkers, consulting, clients, whatever the case is, I feel like it's a very productive conversation this week. Things that are starting to move you into another place with this person. Like maybe you have more of a connection now, you have better understanding on what you both want or what the client needs or what you need or whatever the case is. But I do feel like communication is starting to, it's more progressive and it's more positive and it's definitely clarifying a lot of things. So open communication this week is great. I think that there's going to be a lot of things clarified coming to the surface, better understanding on overall what needs to happen with a person, place, or thing. So really exciting. For some of you guys can be getting communication that you've been waiting for finally comes in. I certainly hope that this is the case for me because I've been waiting on something and I'm like, hello, are you there? Are you there? Meanwhile, it's Saturday that I'm filming this. So no, it's not during a regular work day, but definitely, communication could be coming in and it could be something that you've been waiting on. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed yet, please do so. And then also make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I pull cards there pretty frequently so you get free readings across the board. If you're interested in booking a reading with me or wanting to know about membership only content or even merchandise, and I'm actually wearing one of my shirts and it's hard to see because this camera, it's my moon shirt. All that stuff is on my website. It's in the description box, so check it out. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye, guys.